The convener of the Alliance Party of Kenya, commonly referred to as the BAS Party, Energy Minister Kiraitu Murungi, was meeting over 4,000 delegates from Runyenje's constituency, Embu County, as the party charts its next course of action after cutting ties with TNA. But even with reports that talks between Kiraitu and Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka for a possible coalition pact are in the offing, Kiraitu sought to convince the delegates that the party will go it alone to the ballot. Kiraitu said even though the party was yet to decide whether or not to field a presidential candidate, it's nonetheless not interested in engaging in fruitless coalition building talks.
Hatutakaa chini ya meza kura mabaki ya chakula. Ni lazima tukae na wengine juu ya meza.
We are not saying that APK shall never form alliances with other parties, but we are saying not now. We need to popularize our party. We need to make it strong.
Meanwhile, presidential aspirant on a poor party ticket, Raphael Tuju, has challenged the government to come out in the open and assure Kenyans that security will be beefed up before and after the March 4th, 2013 elections. Tuju, who was meeting students from the University of Nairobi during a Thanksgiving dinner, said that Kenya cannot afford to plunge into violence as was witnessed after the 2007 presidential elections.
In terms of determining which way this country will go in the next 20 to 30 years, you are right there at the top. And it is to you that the future of this country belongs.
Former Mungiki leader Maina Njenga has reiterated his interest to contest for the country's top seat in the coming elections. Maina said although his party Kenya Solidarity Movement was in talks with other political parties to ensure they win the polls in the first round, his name will be on the presidential ballot paper. Maina, who was speaking after registering as a voter at Olangarwa Primary School voter registration center in his rural home of Laikipia County, said Kenyans were free to vote for any candidate of their choice.
Nimesema nitasimama na nitakuwa kwa ballot box nikigombea kiti cha rais wa Jamhuri wa Kenya. Najua rais anakuwa rais na commander in chief. Hiyo kazi si mbaya. Tutaendelea naye kama hivyo tu. Maana naona iko vacant by the way.
Minister for Housing Soita Shitanda now says current talks among the political parties on the formation of political alliances in the country were likely to collapse because of lack of commitment among politicians. Speaking in a Mombasa hotel during the official opening of the 8th edition of Mombasa Homes Expo, Shitanda noted that those talks will not bear fruits due to lack of seriousness and dishonesty among party leaders. Shitanda is allied to UDF, whose presidential aspirant is Musalia Mudavadi. Mudavadi is in talks with Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka for a possible pre-election pact.
So it's a little bit of a complicated matter, because I see it also, even if we were to agree, these parties have structures. You have to call a national delegates conference to ask them if they are willing. In fact, the starting point for all these political parties should have been their party organs.
The chairman of the Small Tribes Cooperatives Development Minister Joseph Nyaga has vowed to go to court to block the operationalization of the county governments if they will not adhere to the constitutional rules to include the minorities in their regions. Speaking at Muvori Trading Center in Embu North District, after opening an Awiri Sacco branch, the chairman said that the constitution states clearly how the minorities in various regions should be included in the running of the country.
Nataka kuambia Waembu, there are over 30 seats to be shared. Let us sit down tuganye hii viti. Na nitaenda kwa radio ya FM Mwaro next week. Niwaambie ile naona njia ya kukaa pamoja tuganye viti. Kwa sababu kila mtu lazima ajisikie yuko ndani kwa serikali. Mmoja akiwachwa nyuma ataenda kotini.
Former AP Commandant Kinuthia Mbugua has decried the drop in education standards in Nakuru County. Once referred as the academic giant in the country, Mbugua noted that this was no longer the case, with the county being a pale shadow of its former self. Mbugua, who is vying for the position of Nakuru governor, wondered what happened to institutions like Naivasha Boarding Primary School, which used to be the envy of many. Mbugua promised that once elected, he will prioritize uplifting education standards of Nakuru County.
Tungehimiza waendelee kuweka standard ya juu, na hiyo itawezekana tukiwa tuna uongozi mzuri ambao tutakuwa tukishauriana na wazazi jinsi ya kusaidia standard zetu ziendelee juu.
And in Narok County, Andrew Sunkuli, who is aspiring to be the first senator of Narok County, says he will lead from the front to ensure all institutions in Narok County, including schools and hospitals, have a master plan for their infrastructure development. Speaking at Senkutek Secondary School in Narok North while addressing parents, board of governors and students of that school, Sunkuli, however, asked civic leaders to embrace quality on development, asking Latif to complete the stalled projects in the county.
Wetu wakisoma wataweza kujiajiri, wataweza kuajiriwa, wataweza kusaidia familia zao na wataweza kuwa watu wa maana katika nchi ya Kenya.
Meanwhile, there was a huge traffic snarl-up along the Kenya-Tanzania highway after the road was blocked for several hours during an ODM Mashinani campaign hosted by former Migori Mayor Junet Mohamed. The politician also seized the opportunity to launch his bid for the Migori East parliamentary seat on an ODM party ticket. Chris Dairu, Citizen at 1.